Welcome back to room. This is door called ATTABOY. My name is Manny, and I am number 1. Welcome back to railway track invisible room. This is Chris. All together along steams on main line. Room train. Seemsod and Seemestop. Seemsod taken Scruffy and trucks another trip to journey around the room train. The next morning, Seemsod heard all the services were going through at Seam. Lee was waiting for here at Seemsod. Chugging arrived at station room. Next, Stepney was in there at the break along with Seemsod arrived at Stepney the tank engine. Just then, Seemestop was arrived at approaching Stepney and Seemsod. "Hello, is that you, Seemestop?" laughed Stepney. "For this purpose, I think," Seemestop said. "I said, but it's 0 on questions?" "Steam team," said Stepney. "Those race are not to go. Engines are not a very talented only 10 days ago from our," said Seemsod. "Green and white background check it was them," said Stepney. "Aye, sir," he said, "for you too long for his windows." "So ever we have a good," Seemsod said. "How many cars are they?" Stepney said. "Those are Stepney number 4 on side for Erdl," exclaimed Seemestop. 3 engines were in take and play Troublesome truck. "You've been a excellence in stuff," he laughed. "See you later, Stepney, towards the junction," said Seemsod. "Come with us," puffed Seemestop. "Go back in Seemestop," said Seemsod. "To the room train ago, I've been sooner the best way, for a few called 700 always being delayed." Seemestop and Seemsod chugging across the corner to the new room at the apartment. "Take someone is going on Seemestop," Seemsod puffed. Seemsod and Seemestop chugging around the new room at flat 7. Oliver was having when engine arrives at the place. "Here we are," said Seemestop. "This is new room at the Kitten and Diner Hall." Oliver heard about it along her own. "This was an example that is delete all mystery at really fast as you," laughed Seemsod happily. "Rinse and spin," said Seemestop. "I had a west coast on the island." "Is that you going serious cause it's been derailment on his water?" Oliver boasted. "Dear friend, is it possible?" Oliver boasted Seemsod. "Everyone too has a good chance can't be good," Oliver gasped. "Can we do this one day today and we falling out behind?" he said. "From right shields and his also they Oliver the engine?" puffed Seemsod. And Seemsod drives away. "Come on, Seemestop," said Oliver. "Please uncouple yourself from cars." Oliver was wondering at push, and she's so tender engines like Oliver the Great Western engine. Seemestop set off to the kitchen. And then, Seemsod set off to the kitchen. "Said is even worse for uncouple your trucks," Oliver puffed. "Welcome back to kitchen alongside," said Seemsod. "Me too, and I'm so excited," said Seemestop. Seemsod and Seemestop was having adventure at the grade center along Oliver has arrived. "Okay," said Oliver. "This had happened at once in a round. All away the apartment, and he is a little to kitchen to our 3 engines was in a pier,"